Hey guys, did you ever wonder what we do over at Patreon? Well, here's an episode for you for free that we did with Dan Perlman. It was a lot of fun, and if you want to, why don't you pigs give us some money, huh? I mean, could that hurt? I mean, you spend probably more money giving dollar bills to homeless people, right? So just stop doing that and support your boys with a $5 donation that you can cancel easily anytime. This episode was a lot of fun. It features a friend of the show, Dan Perlman, and we hope you like it. Bye-bye.
What's up with all these Hebes coming after X because of his allegations? That's me. I'm one of the Hebes. They'll never talk about the overwhelming majority of Jewish pedophiles and rapists, though. I'll talk about that.
But we do. Welcome to the show, everyone.
That's why we're here.
The podcast for XXX Tentacion fans. The number one podcast for
Worldwide.
for angry 16-year-old Dominican kids who want to murder Dina Hashem. Have you heard about my show, The Sit Down? Yeah, I'm 32. You're 16, but I think we have a lot in common. I think we have more in common than we disagree on.
Yeah, we're a memorial podcast.
Sure. Yeah. The Dead Rapper Podcast. Every week,
Dead
Mike
Rapper
Recine
Society.
Dead Rap, yeah. Every week, Mike Recine and Matt Anderson make fun of a dead rapper and make fun of them. We only roast dead rappers. We only roast Eazy-E, Tupac, Biggie. Who are the other dead rap? Proof, he got killed. That's like a deep cut.
That is an insane theme podcast that could last hundreds of episodes.
It could because
all
they
keep themed episodes.
Well, because they keep running their mouths and dying.
That's not how it's going.
Anyway, my fries are ready, so I got to go. You guys, Matt, I need you to carry the show for a little bit.
All right, so I guess I'll set up what's going on here. So Mike is he's timed the oven for the fries to come out in the intro for the podcast.
So this is you. This is your chance, Matt, as host.
Yeah. So
serving as primary host.
Here's what we got today, guys. We got a barbecue blind taste test. Me and Dan will be sampling different barbecue sauces that Mike knows what they are, and then also Stubbs is the cold one. It's the only cold one.
Okay. You didn't introduce me, also.
But yeah, well, I
do that while Mike sets up.
Yeah. So yeah, on the show today we have Dan Perlman, friend of the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Like, what is he even here for? He can't even do he can't even do exposition. No, I'm talking about Matt.
No, I
can't even do exposition.
Oh, come on. I started with we have a blind taste test, and I did forget the intro. That is true. So
no, we're here now. We're moving.
Off.
We're going at a great rate.
I get fan mail all the time where people go, God, I like you, but you got to get rid of Matt. He's so terrible. I wanted to support your Patreon, and I just can't. And I'm like, why don't you go fuck your mother, buddy?
You need Matt.
That guy's been here from the beginning.
Yeah.
Big time loyalty.
That's your loyal man.
Loyalty to the point where everything around you
true Italian.
starts to crumble.
A true Italian loyalty.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. Me and that guy,
it's family.
I don't know. Yeah, family.
You keep
exactly.
it in the family.
Exactly. So yeah, Dan Perlman's here. Thanks for being here. Guys, it's 90, what is it, 98, 99 degrees out?
It's fucking scorching.
Heat wave, like a heat wave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want the actual temperature?
No. Sure.
Well, I'll find out.
Is it this bad, like, in the rest of the country? Because I know the whole...
There's a heat wave, yeah.
No, but I mean, like, is it this bad in, like, Colorado or, like, other places? Because it's pretty bad here.
It's, like, basically Midwest and then east of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, up to Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Texas.
You can't even... Like, I feel like my dogs might be dead right now. I'm crossing my fingers that they're alive, that I'm going to go home and they're going to be alive. And they're not just, like... breathing heavily. Yeah. Deb was telling me there's a guy that she does speech therapy for, and like she said, the guy's like a dick. Like he's just like a kind of a douchebag, and she was telling me that
she's got to help.
Yeah. She got to help this kid.
Yeah. Go on.
But she said that recently the guy left his baby in his car. So what goes around comes around. Now you have no credibility. Don't tell my girlfriend what to do, how to do speech therapy.
Is the baby all right?
Yeah, the baby's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You really left that.
I know that's like,
Yeah.
I know that's the wrong
Yeah,
reaction.
for how long?
That's the wrong reaction to have. Where you're like, good, that's what he gets.
You're rude to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Your baby's getting locked in a car by your own carelessness.
Yeah, you're an Egyptian pharaoh. Wishing.
Congrats, you know how to speak now to no baby.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so yeah, it's real bad. I had to move an IKEA. I tried to move my IKEA kitchen island outside because Ed doesn't want it anymore.
Okay.
And then I tried to move it. It wouldn't fit through the door. I started taking it apart. I got it outside, started putting it back together, and then there was one piece that was real heavy, and I couldn't get it in because you know when you're putting IKEA stuff together, sometimes you have to line up like 3 different holes.
Yep.
I just couldn't do it, and I gave up, and I broke. I like intentionally broke the
Just
thing,
smash
so it's
something.
not,
Yeah.
So it's not usable anymore.
Yeah, that way.
I'm real pissed. I'm real pissed about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, so you intentionally broke it so you could get out of the rest of the chore, so you wouldn't have to call another man over?
I just got fed up.
Okay.
I don't have any other men in my life. I'm all I have. I wish I did. You know,
you should
women
train
are like,
those 2 boys.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got those 2 kids right over the fence. Those would be great. Honestly,
Dan knows the most about these kids. You should really.
Oh yeah, we really
yeah,
bonded
okay.
4th of July. They were really trying to get me to watch them. So these
They're really
2
nice kids.
They're really, what are they?
Yeah.
They're like 7, 8.
They
were
must be like 6, 7, or 7.
Yeah, they were
8,
like
yeah.
shooting on the basketball hoop
Maybe
there,
5, 6,
and they kept
yeah.
trying to get my attention to have me watch
Right.
them. You know, when
Yeah.
like a parent like has to watch the kid like jump in the pool or something.
Right.
They're like, watch me do a dive, and they like
Yeah.
suck at it.
Yeah.
You're like, no, watch again, I'll get it right. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I just want to look away. You're like, oh yeah, okay.
Right.
So they were missing like thousands of shots.
Yeah.
I just had to be like, all right, girl, you
You're
made
like,
it.
I want to go
gotta
back to this
Yeah.
party now.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up being like a major role in these kids' lives.
I think you will, yes. And I
Yeah.
also think they'll be a major role on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could be the new Matt.
Well,
The 2 of them stacked on top of each other.
yeah, just teach them audio.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah,
2
yeah.
kids in a
The
trench
big
coat.
trench coat. Yeah,
Mm.
2 mics, then the trench coat.
It's
Nice.
like, how are you harmonizing like that? But
They're like, I don't know where you found those 8-year-old Puerto Rican kids, but they're fucking great. I don't miss Matt at all.
It's a wild pairing.
dude.
Yeah.
It'll be a true movie pairing.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because those kids haven't they haven't sort of come into their Puerto Ricanness yet. You know, they're just they're like
None of
they're
us
just
have.
kids.
Of the 3 of us, we haven't really either. We're all
No.
kind of waiting for that.
yeah,
good
we're all
point.
waiting.
Come into
We're
our
all
Puerto
waiting to
Rican.
turn into a butterfly.
Just caterpillars.
we're just little white caterpillars
Waiting to bloom.
waiting to.
Until
Dude, one
you
of
die.
the most Puerto Rican things I've ever seen in my life. I was on
That's a crazy start to a sentence.
I was in
Yeah.
I was in Williamsburg,
Yeah.
and this guy. So I'm watching. So this hipster guy was like with his girlfriend, and he goes to cross the street, and then
Yeah.
a car like honks at him, and he must have like flipped the car off or something because the car like pulls over, and these 2 like big tattooed Puerto Rican guys come over, and they get out of the car, and they like have a few words. They're both wearing Mets jerseys.
Yeah.
And then one was bald and one had hair. The one with hair was a little taller than the other one. But they like have a couple words, and then the guy just like hits the guy in the face. And then his girlfriend yells out his name. I forget what the guy's name is, but it was something like his name was something like Conifer or something.
Okay.
And she runs over and she's like, and then the Puerto Rican guys get back in the car, and then the Puerto Rican guy's like fat wife is like, watch where you going. And then I walk past the guy and he's got like tears in his eyes, and he's like, I was just crossing the street. And I like to tell stories where no one is redeemable. There's no
just
heroes,
monsters.
just monsters.
Through and through.
Yeah,
So do you
We're
think
all
the,
connected
do you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
the tears?
full monstrosity.
yeah.
Do you think the tears were from the Latina lady or from the punch?
They were from the punch. They were from getting they were from getting rocked in the face.
Not just
in
that
front of
that
everybody.
lady being like, "Watch where you're going."
Yeah.
She like took him down like 5 pegs right there.
Yeah. I hope that couple's not together anymore because I don't think my relationship could survive that.
It's always those couples that have the most volatile shit. That it's like, oh, they've been together 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just 30 years of horror, and they just can't shake each other. You know?
But like
if you're equally horrible, sometimes you can make it work.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's true.
No, but it's like I watched my boyfriend get punched in the face by a Mets fan. I don't know that would.
Well, the character
You would need a ton of Blue Chew. Blue Chew, everybody. Did you get punched in the face by a big Puerto Rican guy in front of your girlfriend and you have trouble getting hard? Well, Blue Chew is the pill for you. It's not a pill. It's chewable. Go to bluechew.com/sitdownpod and get a free sample. Blue Chew, everybody. You don't have to. Come on. You can do it. Stop seeing that guy's face every time you go to have sex.
See a real man.
Yeah. So
A Yankees
anyway.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing to stay cool? I feel like every day is just like you're just kind of waiting it out. Is this what
I've
being,
just
like,
been staying
elderly is
inside
like?
mostly. I don't know why people are being outside.
Yeah.
There's not really a reason.
Yeah.
You need to be outside.
Unless you have a giant wrench to crack a fire hydrant open.
Right. But that would make you be in touch with your Puerto Rican kidness, you know?
Right.
That would help that a little more
Yeah.
if you were able to do that.
Yeah.
But there's no
You
real...
can really score points
You
with those
can
kids.
mostly just be inside.
Right.
What do you
right.
need to be outside for?
Mhm.
Yeah. Why are you going to the beach? It's way
Don't
too
do
hot.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, it's
Now,
99 here.
It's 99.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's hot.
almost round up to an even 100, huh?
Yeah. But we won't.
All right. We'll keep it there.
Well, so back to these kids. So I guess what I'm saying is like they don't have their hood like aggressiveness yet, but I think they will pretty soon.
Right.
Because every time I'm in my backyard, I hear, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "All right, they want something."
Yeah.
And they ask me for like toys or whatever,
Sure,
like
yeah.
stuff in my
Polite.
yard they want to play with, whatever.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Do you have any more balloons?" Because Deb had a party and she had balloons.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I have some," but I'm like, you should probably ask your mom if you can,
Yeah.
like ask your mom first. I don't want to just give you balloons and then something
Yeah.
you choke
You
on
can't just
one.
be a guy like
yeah.
who,
handing,
like,
handing
Who's
kids
just
items.
a better parent than
Yeah.
yeah.
than these people. Yeah, so he's like, "Can I have those balloons?" And I was like, "Ask your mom." And then I just hear like, "Mommy, mommy," and then I just hear his mother, who I've never like seen this woman's face. She's just like, I've just heard her voice. She's like Nanny
That's
from
great.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
And I just hear like,
Like-
"You better stop her playing, and no, you better get in here, cause." And she's like, she's screaming at him, and then he comes back to the fence. I'm like, maybe next time. She's like, "Get inside."
That's so fun. The off-screen parent.
Yeah,
Just a real Wilson situation.
yeah. That we did a bit about Wilson last episode about how, like a porn parody where Wilson puts his cock through the fence.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, to show.
I'm surprised that
to show
wasn't done
Jill.
in the 90s.
Right?
Right.
Probably if streaming porn were around then, it definitely would have been done.
But I
Yeah.
think 90s porn
And Tim also
was,
installs the hole.
Of course. Tool time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and it's not
Tool time brought to the house.
right, and the hole isn't big enough for
Right.
Wilson's cock, so he's got to like.
Richard Kind
gotta
to punch through the hole, make it
yeah.
bigger.
Yeah. And Heidi's not there.
Yeah, no, of course not.
And Jill's not there.
No.
Yeah, it's just Tim and Wilson trying to bonding as
as
men.
it's meant to be.
Yeah, trying to build a
Right.
Just
Yeah.
Buzz. and Woody.
21st century canoe trip.
A lot of that Tim Allen stuff is such horse shit, though.
His
What?
That I'm a man, my tools,
That
my
whole
garage.
thing was very weird.
It's so stupid.
You watch
yeah.
it and you're like, it's such a weird like 80s thing that he's
Trope, yeah,
doing.
right.
But also it feels weird coming from him.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You don't look at him and be like, that guy is a man's man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But he affected that persona.
He's
And he's
Buzz
one of the
Lightyear.
highest paid movie stars.
Well, everyone who you do look at as a man's man is a closet homosexual from Hollywood. It's all it's like Cary Grant, Rock Hudson. It's all just like, "Oh yes, I'm They're all just sucking dicks at highway rest stops
and just so overcompensating performing.
Right. There's no
this fictional straight guy.
The manliest
character.
guy I know is Matt Anderson. To be honest with you, he's the epitome of of a man.
What it means to be a man.
It's the epitome of what it means to be a man.
It's just lackluster.
No, it's just like getting by, like getting
by,
eating your wife's pussy twice a week, going to work, making dinner once, every Thursday.
Oh yeah.
Making dinner every Thursday and making some awful dinner that you put on Instagram anyway. You're like, yep, cooking up a storm in here, and it's just like burnt salmon. Yeah, just pathetic. Burnt salmon and potato and macaroni salad, and like
it looks disgusting.
It looks disgusting. It looks like prison food. Like, I'm getting pretty good at this, I gotta say.
She has like 3 bites, and then claims
like,
she already
wow,
ate.
My husband cooked. Get you a man that can do both, ladies. Cook this nasty ass chicken drumstick. And finger me
clumsily,
and finger me every Wednesday after we watch Grey's Anatomy. I'm kind of like settling into that lifestyle a little bit. It's just like, I mean, I don't know if you're at this point in your life, but like I can't be running around doing stand up like forever.
Sure.
And I'm thinking that maybe I should ease out of it, transition away, do the podcast, stop doing comedy, because it's like a comfortable life.
You get why, like,
everybody does it,
right? And you get what you look at people who, like, when you're young and you're like, oh, why did that person stop doing stand up? Or people have these weird like artistic purity of like, that guy's like hosting some game show now or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a Steve Harvey or somebody like that. And it's like,
or Joel McHale.
That's like a great gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You work like, or Drew Carey, like you work like 2 days a week.
Right.
Yeah. You film 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And then you just go home. You go, you know what I mean?
There's no writing involved. You just show up.
You show up. You're likable.
Right.
You
get to help people win money.
People like you.
Right.
Yeah. You get to. You're right. You probably get to keep some of the detergent or whatever, and then you just go home.
Because I don't want to be too stand-up heavy, but I feel like every show that I do in Brooklyn, it's like one psychopath laughing hysterically. One couple that's laughing, but they're trying to like cover up the fact that they're laughing, and then just like 10 dipshits like staring at me.
Yeah, who don't really. Maybe they want to be there, but they don't really know what comedy is or what would make them laugh. Because nothing really has.
10 Asian people who work in tech or finance that just that are gentrifying the neighborhood, and they're like have no need to laugh. Or have any. Anyway, guys, let's sample these barbecue sauces, huh? So, if you know anything about me, you know that one thing that I love is taste testing, because when I cook, I think when like you go to the grocery store and you see a bunch of different kinds of stuff, and you can't they frown upon you opening them all up individually and eating them out of the But I like to. It's nice. Like when I made pasta sauce, I did this. I like to open a bunch of different products up, compare things, and today we're doing barbecue sauce. So we have 5 different barbecue sauces.
Is this the first taste test episode you've done?
This is the first taste test episode
That's
we've
great.
done.
That's really exciting.
Even when I did Stewed, the legendary podcast with Tim Dillon.
Of course, we all know Stewed.
Yeah, we didn't do any taste tests. Now, what I have to dip is some McCain oven fries. I don't think they're very good. They're frozen. They're all right. Maybe they're good enough for like my autistic brother when he's having a temper tantrum. But I think even he would be like, "This isn't for me."
Right. But this is just to get the sauce. So
yeah,
it's
McCain fries.
Taste the sauce.
Yeah,
great John McCain.
McCain fries.
Okay. So
he doesn't have anything to do with those fries, does he?
I don't know.
John McCain. I don't think
not
so.
anymore. Yeah, doesn't his wife own a bunch of shit?
She owns yeah, I think that she's like Anheuser-Busch maybe.
Oh,
I think he married into that family, just like John Kerry, who married into married Teresa Hines.
Yeah, the ketchup lady.
Right.
Yeah. You can, hi, John. My name's Teresa, but you can call me the ketchup lady. It was on their first date.
She would always wear like red ketchup suits. That was one of her things.
Oh, really?
Yep.
She was like a weirdo, though, right?
Big weirdo.
That's
Yeah.
super weird.
He's very weird. He's a weird guy too.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of those just like elites that nobody seemed to care for.
Well, you just listen to him talk and you're like, I don't like you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm voting for you because the other guy's bad.
It's bad, yeah.
But
you're like, here we go.
like, sure. That was one of those guys where it's like, all right.
I think they make fun of him on Chapo, and they'll be like, yes, I always enjoy a Wendell's hamburger. Anyway, all right, guys.
Yeah.
So we got a few different sauces here. So let's I know what every sauce is. We got sauce A.
They're all store bought, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they're all store bought. So what we have here is sauce A, sauce G, sauce 7, sauce @ sign, and sauce D.
Okay.
Now A, B, C, D, E.
Okay.
We know what E is, but
Right.
Well, I don't remember.
All right. So I guess we'll do A first, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's dig in. Let's get your opinions.
All right. I'm gonna try my best not to eat into the mic, but okay. So that's pretty good.
Any impressions?
It's really tangy, right?
I was gonna say tangy. Yeah.
Yeah. Very sharp,
Yeah.
but still good.
It's got a nice kick to it. It's a little spicy.
Yeah. Oh,
little
yeah.
southern.
I'm getting that aftertaste. Yeah, that spice. Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm kind of like, now that I have this grill, I'm kind of obsessed with barbecue. Like there's a different, like
It's
rubs.
that's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun to do.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
And I feel like this is how you have to, because I did think about like making my own barbecue sauce, but I think store-bought sauce is fine because
I think so.
like fancy and barbecue are, I think, antithetical to each other. Like you shouldn't.
But why? Yeah, but I don't think. Fancy.
I mean, it's like
I don't think
Italian
fancy
foods for
and-
poor people.
I don't think fancy means good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like. But also barbecue, you feel so active when you're doing it. When you're grilling,
Mm-hmm.
you walk around, do all your stuff. It just
Right.
feels like you're actually like getting shit done.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
You can pour
Matt
beer.
just dropped the Zoom.
Yeah. You can pour beer on the thing. and
Nice
you
job,
get
dude. I made these fries. I poured out the sauce.
McCain fries. All right, should we try the second one?
Yeah. Let's try the first one again because I wanted to like. How do you? Because I don't like when you bite into something and you can taste like preservatives. Like I bought like ranch dressing recently,
Uh-huh.
and it was just like I didn't think it was gonna suck, but it was.
It was awful.
It tastes like chemicals. Yeah. It was the brand like Amy's or something. That's pretty good.
Do you make your own dressing ever?
Yeah. I make Caesar dressing, which is easy to make. I won't eat it out of the bottle. All right. You guys want to try sauce B?
Yeah. All right, here goes.
This is very plain.
Plain?
Yeah.
Plain. It's like similar, but like not as.
It's
tangy.
sweet.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
fine. This feels like more like packet. Like if you get barbecue sauce just
Yeah.
from a packet. Just
Okay.
like kind of
Yeah.
generic sort of
Okay.
Yeah, this one would give me more heartburn faster.
You think?
Yeah.
I think it's like serviceable.
I like it.
Okay.
Interesting. All right.
See?
Let's try C.
Right. Oh shit. All right.
And then before we try the other two, I want to take a little talking break because people are just listening to us eat now.
Yeah, yeah.
Taste test, you know?
Yeah.
We got to taste.
This is a taste test, you fucking piece of shit. Why don't you suck me off if you don't like it?
Taste it. Okay.
This one's, I don't know.
I like this. There's a little more flavor in this one than B.
It kind of tastes like wood.
Yeah, I don't like this one as much. Yeah, it's smoked. It's very...
I don't know what wood tastes like, but...
What, you never, like, gone into the woods and sucked on a tree?
Just suck
Did you
the
not
bark.
have a childhood? Yeah, just suck the bark from a tree.
Do we rank? Should we rank the 3 we've had so far? How do we do it?
We can. I want to try 3 again.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe I kind of liked B. All right, here's C.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep them all organized here in my head.
C is okay, but it tastes a little like it's from a store.
Yeah, but I mean,
They all
they're
kind
all
of got
part
that.
from stores, right?
Yeah.
But what do you mean? You mean this feels like
No, this one's just like smoked. I feel
smoked
like
is a good word
B,
for it, yeah.
B
It's like
is
lightly,
more like it's from a store.
Really?
B.
Yeah.
B is like the CVS brand, like the generic brandless thing,
Okay.
and then C is a little more smoky. Yeah.
But B is the sweetest one so far, right?
Yeah, I would say so. And then C is also sweet. Sorry.
She's pretty sweet, yeah. All right. You guys want to... Now, D is a little different. D's a little thicker,
And
it's kind of got the consistency of ketchup.
Thick D. Hey.
Big D.
Thick D in my mouth. Hell yeah, let's go.
Somebody on Instagram was like, "Oh, what a great way to ruin barbecue." And I was like, "What do you do?" And he was like, "Oh, rub, you should try it." So, that guy, I hope you're dead. This one tastes like jelly.
I like this one a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is my second favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely has a thicker consistency.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been eating this week, and it's
You just feel
in a
it.
squeeze bottle.
You want if you're having barbecue sauce, there's no point unless you're really going for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You want it to overwhelm the taste.
Yeah.
You want the sauce too?
Yes.
To overwhelm the taste of the meat?
I think this would be also...
You want to fully change. That's how I view that barbecue sauce. Is you want an actual change in the taste.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point?
And I think if you cook with this too, it'll have a thicker coat on
Yeah.
like the meat or whatever you're cooking with.
Yeah.
It'll like dry thicker.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
a whole other layer.
Right. So I would choose this. This is up there for me, I think.
Okay. I just think it kind of tastes... I mean, I did use this last night, and I left it out overnight.
Yeah.
But it kind of tastes like jelly.
Yeah.
It's
Very
like sweet
sweet.
like jelly, which I don't know if I'd love.
I feel that now. But I like jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
No?
point. You're right.
So when we're looking at through the vantage perspective of how I feel about jelly,
Yeah.
I'd say we give it a check mark.
Right.
I would say I've been eating this all week, but I don't love this one. I think that
Do you think you just had it all week and you're tired of it? Do you think if this were a week ago?
No, I think compared to the other sauces, I think it's a little too gelatinous.
Right.
That's the only...
You think it's too rich?
Yeah. There's a you ever see the movie Pink Flamingos?
Yeah. Wait. No.
No.
It's like a John Waters movie, but there's a
Okay.
scene at the end where like there's a guy dancing,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like naked and he's dancing, and then he like goes puts his ass in the air, and he like starts opening and closing his asshole like this. and then for some reason that always made me think of the Chris Rock bit where he's talking about like getting your ass eaten with jelly or syrup. So I just think of jelly every time I think of that scene.
Yeah.
And I can't really eat jelly.
Wow.
Really,
I'll work my way through it. Jams I'm okay with.
But it's too associated.
Compotes.
Yeah, I was just never a big jelly.
For you.
It's too
You wouldn't have peanut butter and jelly?
I was also just never a jelly guy.
But I'm saying, would you have that?
If somebody made it for me, yeah. I'm not
like when you're a kid.
Or a jelly.
No, I went
jelly
straight.
and toast?
I went straight peanut butter as a kid.
Really?
Yeah,
That's insane, dude.
Isn't that
peanut
weird?
butter.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Well,
Well, I was also beaten by my parents.
But that's more normal.
Yeah.
I think that more people have been beaten by their
What about-
parents than
they
would
just peanut butter
have
jelly?
straight peanut butter sandwiches.
I always looked for alternatives.
bananas or
liked-
anything?
No bananas. Just peanut
Oh my
butter and
God.
bread, like the pioneers did.
You poor
Like the
thing.
pioneers. Yeah. Like George Washington Carver himself dreamed of.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I wanted to like this one because I like the packaging and I like the name, like it's from like a reputable company.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's my least favorite.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
D.
I think 4 is my third favorite out of the 4 so far.
Okay.
Let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home. Now we know what brand this is. This is Stubbs. Do you guys like vinegar-based sauce? It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like a tangy barbecue.
Yeah.
It's very watery.
That's what everybody, yeah.
That's the gripe.
That was the gripe. It also comes in a glass bottle. Like when you go to the grocery store, it looks like it's the most fancy. But yeah, it's like dripping all over the place.
It just feels very like distilled.
Yeah. This one's too thick. This one's too thin.
Right.
I like the taste,
You
though.
need a real
Do ya?
Goldilocks situation to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Because it's got like smoke to it.
I don't
with,
really.
like, a little
Yeah,
heat.
I don't like that at all.
Interesting.
Maybe it's because it's been in Matt's refrigerator for a year and a half.
I think that would play a role.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that again, but
All right. Well, I have to try this one again.
let me try this one again.
See if A is going to be my favorite.
Yeah, this one. The Stubbs, it just tastes like it's not done. There's no flavor.
It's like incomplete.
It's like incomplete.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come back to A and tell me A doesn't taste weird to you now, though.
Okay.
I went back
America's
to it and I
Test
still liked
Kitchen, they tried a bunch of sauces and they said that Stubbs was like the big loser,
Interesting.
which is funny because it's like it's in a glass bottle. There's an old black man on the
But it's
bottle.
always.
So it's got a lot of things going for
Don't you
it.
think it's always the stuff that is packaged the best that's because it's the worst?
Give me another example.
Well, I don't know, but I was thinking that in terms of like it's like restaurants with really great customer service. They do that because the food sucks. And
Right, like a Chili's.
Right. Sure. And
Like an Olive
the
Garden.
definitive example of the prime customer experience. Right. Where they have to focus on that.
Mhm.
But the restaurants where that you walk in
Like
and
the
they're
Tonos.
and they're shitty to you.
Yeah.
It's like a soup Nazi kind of thing.
Mhm.
You walk in and they're like, fuck you.
Mhm.
You know it's going to be a great eggplant parm
Yeah.
because they don't care about being nice to you. They
That's
know.
what I want to know. Like,
Right.
who is Stubb? He's probably like some like.
Let me go look on the bottle, maybe?
Yeah, go check the bottle.
All right.
All right. Well, let me reveal. Yeah, you go do that. He's probably just some like actor guy that they paid to license his face.
Of course. I think that's what all of them are.
Yeah.
They just scan around,
Yeah.
maybe some stock images.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it in the old days when they picked someone.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just really had to like walk around the town.
That's crazy though, because that is a very. What's that? Yeah.
I don't know how they.
Oh yeah.
It says each barbecue sauce has a story. But I don't know how they found like the spokesman.
No, you know what they did? There's just an app that like makes you into an old black man, and the millennial that like came up with the sauce like did it for himself, and he was like, "It looks good." Cut print.
You think it was some like 16-year-old that like set 5 filters and became Aunt Jemima?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's just a filter called Old Illiterate Barbecue Man. And it takes like you, Dan Perlman, and it just shows what you would look like if you ran like a.
It converts you into
if you ran like a multi-generational.
You could just become Paul Newman
barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. There's only 2 of the sauces that have a story on the back.
I think everyone has a story.
Well, I mean, they don't seem to tell it. These have full blown.
Well, yeah, because these other ones are like no bullshit. Okay, so. Let's reveal what every sauce is. Actually, I want to try A again because I remember being kind of confused by it. Yeah, A is just all right. A is a little off, actually.
Oh my god! Now I went back to D, and it's like jelly. It's like jelly. Ugh.
It's like jelly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You don't like jelly either?
Well, I just got a scoop of a fry, and it really got on there, and it was a lot to a little fry.
I honestly think B is the best one. I know you guys didn't like it.
I really liked A, I guess. I mean,
see, I feel bad now because like, yeah, did you hear my joke? I said there's an app that makes you look like. It's a face filter for old barbecue man. Now, here we go. When Stubb opened his original Texas barbecue joint in 1968, he served a plate of what he called love and happiness. Stubb smoked meat to perfection and made his sauces from scratch. Today, his legacy lives on in the bottle you're holding in your hand. And if you're ever in Austin, come visit Stubb's Barbecue for some great food, a cold one, and live music. This is 100% made up.
Well, I bet it's good food when he makes it, and like the sauce is fresh.
Matt, he opened it in 1968. There's no way he's alive unless he's like 140 years old.
No, that guy's dead for sure. But
he's
I mean,
just a 120-year-old barbecue man just howling around.
He probably taught somebody in his family how to barbecue.
Yeah, it was probably like his shithead grandson who's like just doesn't care.
Doing comedy.
He's gone. Like back of a bar show, just hanging out.
What a sham this barbecue sauce is, though.
I don't know. Like, I kind of like it a little bit.
Because I've been going to the grocery store for years. Like, it comes in a glass bottle. It's like, it looks more upscale.
I was gonna say 2 isn't as good as Stubbs to me.
I don't like. I'd say
I'm gonna try the Stubbs one more time.
Stubbs is the worst. I have B second worst, and then I guess I would go D, maybe third, and then maybe AC, CA.
You like
Stubbs,
C.
it also tastes like maybe it's spoiled or something. Like, has this been in your refrigerator for a long time, Matt?
I don't know, like 3 months maybe.
Oh,
It's not a long time.
3 months?
Yeah.
It's been in the fridge for 3 months?
I mean, we've been using it. We don't use a lot at once. Is 3 months a long time? That doesn't seem like a long time.
And like in terms of how long the Earth's been around, it's like a blink of an eye.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
You got to take a macro view.
No,
of
but
this
how
stuff.
long has it been open?
That's right, Dan. Just win all arguments.
Billions of years.
Yeah. But you know what? America's Test Kitchen said the exact same thing about Stubbs, and I think they're right. I think it's just there's nothing like exciting or special about it. There's no choices. There's no strong flavor. Like I like this. Like with sauces, I think it's important that you're like, this is what the sauce is.
Right.
It's sweet. Yeah, it's really spicy. Yeah, it's got
it commits.
It's smoky.
It commits to
you
something.
You gotta commit to something.
But that's why the jelly one's okay.
Just like this
That's why I
podcast.
like that more than you guys do.
Right.
But you guys are anti-jelly. But it
Because
is self-assured with what it is.
Well, just like this podcast, we're going to talk about child rape and Puerto Rican
Jewish pedophiles.
Jewish pedophiles. That's our lane. We picked the lane we're going for. We're not trying to be everything. But this is like
a different pedophile each week.
Jewish pedophiles immersed in barbecue sauce.
Well, this stub sauce is like, what's the I mean, now it's also moldy because it's been in Matt's fridge for 3 months, which you forgot to tell us. But yeah, it's not sweet, it's not spicy, it's just kind of blah. We hope you're burning in hell, Stubbs.
Which is your favorite?
All right, so let me reveal to you guys what all the sauces are. So
okay.
A is I think it's Hunt's Chipotle Hickory.
Okay.
B is Sweet Baby Ray's.
Really?
Yeah. C is Kraft Original Barbecue.
No, that's one of the better ones.
Yeah. D is the jelly one. That's Heinz Original Barbecue Sauce. And then E is Sweet Baby, or is Stubbs.
Yeah, I liked A and C. The Hickory and the, what was the other one?
Kraft.
Kraft, you said is one of the better ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were two. And what was B?
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah, no, I did that.
I did that because it has a B in it. That's how I remembered. It has 2 B's.
Another look.
You really get
look behind the curtain.
Yeah,
yeah.
You really get a glimpse. Inside. Real director's commentary once in a while.
Yeah.
I like C and D. I think I would take D for like
you
cooking
just
with
said
meat.
You didn't like it.
No, I said earlier though that it's like a jelly that it would
it's
dry.
It's
thicker.
tough to cook with though because it's like you like it comes out of a squeeze bottle like it's ketchup, like it's really thick and it's hard to. I don't know. It's not like you can like brush it on to.
You need a brush.
You
need one of them fucking.
Yeah, but still,
brushes.
it's more like a barbecue gel than a. Yeah. Nothing really blew me away except for maybe Sweet Baby Ray. We probably should have cleansed our palates before.
Yeah.
But I did like Sweet Baby Ray's.
Mm-hmm.
So does Mark Zuckerberg, by the way. I liked Sweet Baby Ray's. Any other thoughts, guys?
I liked Old Hickory, and I liked the whatever it was. Hancock. What was it?
A and C.
Yeah, what was C?
C is Kraft.
Kraft
Original Barbecue.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
We ate a plate of fries and a lot of sugar barbecue sauce.
That's the thing, because I was looking at the bottles, and Sweet Baby Ray's does have more sugar in it, but this is
like
good.
It has anything.
Try it again, Dan.
All right.
What's the story on Sweet Baby Ray's? Because that's the only other sauce that has a story.
All right, so it says...
we all have a story.
Well, those other 3 choose not to tell it.
I'm saying we can make it up.
Oh, interesting.
All right, it says, in 1985, my brother Larry Raymond was fucking his sister in his trailer. They were eating fried bologna, and they realized that the bologna was dry in between sex with each other.
Yeah.
So he developed this barbecue sauce named after the baby that they had together that had to be thrown into a ditch because it was severely mentally retarded.
I knew it didn't taste good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It tasted like that story.
I can't believe they would put that on the bottle.
This sauce is in this baby's memory. So the baby's memory lives on.
And he was such a sweet, sweet baby, but we had to kill him in the end because we knew he'd stand no chance out in the cruel, cruel world. But we made this barbecue sauce in his honor.
It's like a paragraph on your packaging.
Yeah. That's not even a bread knife, Matt.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
That's like a vegetable
we'll
knife.
have to do. Because I don't have a bread knife.
That's all right. Just break it like it's the Last Supper. By the way, what was going on with Jesus, folks? Huh? That's your Last Supper, bread and wine. That's it. Seems like
should have done a taste test.
Should have done a taste test. Not a very good supper to me.
Jesus' last taste test.
He's like going around the table being like, "And what did you think of A?"
Yeah,
bread and
like
wine.
Old Hickory.
I remember being like 9 years old in CCD, being like, all they had for dinner was bread. Like Jesus couldn't spring for like a,
Yeah, a little bit of meat.
have it catered.
Yeah, some
Huh?
vegetables.
Maybe some chicken cacciatore. Maybe some fucking
yeah.
some penne vodka.
What's your last meal if you're on death row?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's all prison food, isn't it? It's just
no.
it's
They
just
go out and get you whatever you want.
It's just the prison version of any meal. You're
No,
like,
I think
man, I would
get
love.
they make a run for you. If you want Wendy's, they'll run to Wendy's.
Yeah.
It's so funny that someone would want.
Or
would
if like you want
Wendy's.
like a steak or something from like a steakhouse, they'll give you like a 48-ounce whatever.
You think it'll be a porterhouse? Just
Yeah, I don't they get whatever they want? And then
the
they take like
trimmings.
food and wine photos of it.
Yeah, one more Instagram post.
I remember like there was a 2020 episode that I watched when I was a kid. There was a guy who was like about to be executed, and they were like, "What do you want for your last meal?" And he was like, all right, I'll take some chicken, some pork, maybe some rice and beans." And then the warden was like, "You want some fried catfish?" And the guy's like, if that's what you want." And the guy was like, "Well, it's not about us, it's about you." But he did murder 2 people in cold blood. I think he like robbed a guy, and the guy was like begging for his life, and he shot him.
It's crazy they put that on the
Cruel
bottle.
world. Yeah. Yeah. Last meal barbecue sauce. Well, yeah. What do you guys think about the death penalty?
I'm not wild about it.
No?
I
It's kind
saw
of barbaric, right?
It's no good.
Yeah.
I saw this thing about
Yeah, like every way we kill people has like been inhumane. It's just like they're not alive to tell like how much it hurt them.
I think it's really sways like anybody who's around it, even if they like work to do it, is not in favor of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw this thing about this,
Like a medieval executioner who puts on a hood, just a shirtless, muscular fat guy. He's like, yeah, this is not good to cut people's heads off
and it was just
for fucking the king's daughter. for whistling at the king's daughter.
Well, they get people who like aren't really qualified to do it because they'll do like lethal injections. But the thing I saw was this thing about this guy who was like a prison chaplain, so his job was to like, like lead them and like hold their hand or whatever. And he was like ardent conservative, like Catholic.
Yeah.
Death penalty, blah blah blah, and he presided over like 100 of them until by the end he was like, there was one that he was like certain was innocent, and he was just like, I can't. And now he's like an outspoken advocate against it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because he just seen it so much. He was just like,
yeah.
He's like, nah, we should,
He's like, women need to keep their legs closed, and if you touch your penis, you go to hell. And also, the death penalty's wrong, everybody.
It's the only respect.
It clicks his heel.
Now, I don't like the Kraft one. Now that I'm trying it again,
I think you're not gonna like any of them coming back now because all
I
of them.
think Sweet Baby Ray's is the best.
I liked it more than I did initially.
This Hunt's one is too smoky.
God,
There's
that's
too
a
much.
funny of a conservative priest in every respect, except he remains all the shitty values.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like being in a serious debate and then like kind of changing the subject to like barbecue sauce.
Yep.
Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Well, let's see here. I think D is still pretty good.
How about Elizabeth Warren making a campaign video? Who's like, I'm just here with my husband. We're gonna barbecue and eat some Sweet Baby Rays, and also I'm black. No, I will not take the DNA test this time. She just picks a different ethnicity.
Take my word for it.
No, I'm not going to fall into that trap again. But believe me, everybody, my great-great-grandfather was a Chinese railroad builder. No, I don't have to prove anything to you. I'm a girl boss. And women and girl bosses always have to prove themselves. Well, I'm not going to stoop to your level, Mr. Trump. I am Chinese. That's right. Get out of Bernie's way, you fucking bitch. Get out of Bernie Sanders' way, or we'll fucking kill you.
You're gonna vote for her, right?
If she's the nominee, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny that when they play that back to you as like a death threat, you'll be eating bread on it. Like you hear your voice playing in court and you're still eating bread.
You hear the sauce like,
Your Honor, it's satire. If you weren't a fucking woman who doesn't understand comedy.
Hypothetical defense.
Yeah. The judge is Kamala Harris. I'm like, we've gotten Kamala. She's not going to believe any of our bullshit. There is part of me that wants to see Kamala be the nominee just because she's such she's like
she would kill him in a debate.
She would kill him in a debate.
She would kill him.
Yeah.
And she's like, I think maybe the only one who would. And I think he's kind of scared of her. In the sense that, like,
he must be, yeah.
Because he doesn't go after her like he goes after all the other ones. Like, he doesn't have nicknames for her. He doesn't, like...
Right.
I think he's just, like, hoping he doesn't have to deal with her.
I think he's just avoiding her, like...
Yeah. Because it's, like, everyone else, he would love for it to be Elizabeth Warren. That would just be a punching bag, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I think she's great, but it's like that would just be Rocky to the meat.
She went for Joe.
Like,
she went for Joe Biden's like jugular, but then also I think isn't she kind of like just an empty shill?
Warren?
No, Harris.
Oh, Harris? Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but it's like
she's like
she's not as good as the top. But it's like after the top two, it's like
Trump is like the kid in your high school that like bullies everyone, including the teachers, and then she's like the black principal, and she's like the only one that he's afraid of.
Terrified of being. We'll do everything.
Why aren't there more black women running?
Well, everything.
All right, Mike has to do
short.
You have to do every candidate now in high school.
But it's not like.
Well, we know who.
Who's Bernie Sanders?
Probably like the crazy like science teacher who's like tries to warn the kids about the gremlins, like not to make gremlins, or they'll kill the black science teacher.
Okay, who's Amy Klobuchar?
She's like the superintendent, I guess. That
she's 100% the main.
No, Amy Klobuchar
comes in. Yeah.
Amy Klobuchar is the guest speaker who talks to your class. She like works at a bank, and she like tells you that if you don't go to college, you're gonna be like a heroin addict.
Yeah, it's like a required assembly.
Required assembly
that everyone has to sit through.
Just so you know, I'm the manager at First National Bank.
She comes every year. They all hate it. They all hate Bank Day.
Yeah. It was we had that one time. We were like, they brought in like 4 people from the local prison, like four like inmates that were wearing like a khaki jumpsuit, and the one like correction officer who was like their handler or whatever, and he's like, yeah, this next guy we're gonna talk to, he had a lot of things going for him. He was a stockbroker. And then people just talked through everybody just talked through the inmates, and then they tried to be like, hey, how about some respect, guys? Because it was all people who like drove drunk and like
yeah. None of you guys
just
cared.
people who fucked their lives up, and they're sitting, and then which I mean they of course they deserve respect, but
we'd have some of those assemblies, and they'd just run out of stuff to talk about, or anybody I guess that wanted to speak.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, sure, because they needed to fill it with guest speakers.
Yeah.
So they had one that was like this organization. They just go around any high school that would just say yes. They had one that was like people that tried to save pets after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh,
you know? And they were like, there were a lot of cats on the roof, and we saved all the cats. And we were like, well, what about the people? And they were like, there wasn't room.
Yeah, we can fit a lot more cats on a boat.
You don't understand.
I don't
cats
think
are smaller.
Right.
Yeah, we know how to handle the cats.
Megan's cat rescue. Guys, we got to do something about this.
They like families on that roof, right?
Yeah, they like make
they're like, I know. Some had 4 cats.
They make a raft out of dead homeless people to save the cats. They like tie a bunch of dead bodies together.
They're like, what are we looking at?
Yeah.
Did you guys? So you guys were just silent through that, or you guys talked through that?
That one. No. I mean, we were pretty quiet through most of them. I'm trying to think.
Respectful.
Respectful. Yeah. There were ones you could tell. Like, I bet this was a last minute one.
There
was one that was like they were watching. It was one about it was one about, I think it was Ramadan, and then I was just like, I bet this was a last minute thing. Just given what the school's general priorities were, they were not like teach you every culture, whatever. And then at the end, they were like, and I want to thank this guy for coming in on such short notice. They just like found a Muslim guy who could come in like on the street.
I know I told the story before, but we had a Holocaust survivor come in and talk to us.
Yeah,
and he was like, who was responsible for the Holocaust? And people were like, Hitler, the Nazis. And then my friend Chad, like, I guess his voice hadn't changed yet, and he was like, I think it was all the racist people who like allowed it to happen. And the guy takes all the answers, like, I think the best answer that we had was from that little girl in the back who said it was all the racist people.
Oh, you must have let him have it.
Everybody laughed.
Yeah.
And the kid fucking killed himself the next day.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and that guy's not allowed to speak at schools anymore. He caused a teen suicide, a preteen suicide.
God, he probably never spoke again.
That little girl in the back.
That poor kid.
You guys had like good speakers. It sounded like we had somebody at prom.
Well, it's Jersey. We're close to this. We're close to New York.
Yeah.
What did you have?
We had somebody who drove drunk at prom and like
right,
survived
it's always
the
someone
crash.
who like fucked their whole life up. That you're supposed to listen to them.
Yeah.
You know.
So
hi, my name's Christy, and I had a lot of things going for me. I was working at Wawa's, and
there was a lot. There was a.
Then I took my grandma's pills, and I hit a school bus.
There was a HIV one. I remember there was a woman who came
hello,
in,
children.
talked about.
I'm Tom Hanks.
Talked about her daughter. Yeah, the little girl in the back was Tom Hanks. His mother came in. She was talking about her daughter. That was like, it was one of those like, she was such a good girl and never dated all through high school. And then she went off before college. She went to France and she met a young man there, and they had sex, and then she got HIV. Oh. And she passed away 3 years later. And so it was just one of those like warning things. It's like the first time she had sex.
Magic Johnson lived like 30 years.
Right, I know.
What? She's not taking her medicine?
I don't know. It was a real cautionary tale that.
Dude, I bet Ronald Reagan was so disappointed when he's like, we got this disease that's gonna kill all the queers, and then he's like, oh no, it's killing straight people too. Whoops! All right, guys, who spread the queer disease to the regular people? We got a real blunder on our hands. Somebody really screwed the pooch on this one.
Everybody in the office is like, they feel guilty.
I guess we'll just plant more crack.
Yeah.
How do we make the rest of this day?
One of my first jokes in comedy was about how like people say that AIDS came from a monkey, but then people also say that it came from the government.
Yeah.
So like it has to be one or the other. It's not like the government just sent a monkey to a gay bar.
Yeah.
I love that Sam Kinison. We got to wrap up in a little bit, right, Dan? You got to show. That Sam Kinison bit where he's like, what's up with this HIV nonsense? He's like, just because some bunch of fags fuck some monkeys. And everybody in the audience is like, yeah! Wow! All right!
There's a lot of like 80s, early 90s comedy. There's a lot of like wrong science being spread to arenas. You know?
Right.
Like massive arenas of people. Like,
why do I gotta wear a condom?
Nothing can happen.
Hey, why do I gotta vaccinate my fucking kids over here? The special you've been waiting for. It's coming to HBO. Why do I have to vaccinate my kids?
It's like, but in the Eddie Murphy gay bit when he's talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, because you don't want your girl to go out with some gay dude and then she's dancing and then, she kissed him on the lips and comes home with that AIDS. And everyone's like, whoa. It's like, what?
Dude, the first thing he says in Delirious, he's like, let's just get one thing clear. Faggots are not allowed to look at my ass during the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's in a tight leather
suit. Yeah.
Yes.
Picking up transvestite prostitutes.
That's right.
You fucking hypocrite.
But that's like,
What
it's
if
this crazy wrong science of like, oh, to kiss on the lips and come home. And this whole arena is like, that would be bad.
And then like 15 million people saw it. Yeah, on HBO.
It's like the biggest concert film
There's just
ever.
thousands of people. Like, we better go downtown and teach those queers a lesson.
They
Make
come
sure
with
our
like
girl
2x4s.
Isn't kissing and catching that AIDS
Then
with the kiss.
Then those two old pieces of shit that manage the comic strip are like, we managed Eddie Murphy back in the day. Yeah, I was Eddie Murphy's manager. It was great.
Yeah,
We were spreading homophobia to giant arenas full of people.
He quickly fired us. But we had him when he was spreading false science
Oh, man.
in our club on the Upper East Side.
yeah.
That just goes
I
to
hope
show
his
you,
new
though.
Netflix is like that a little bit.
That's the beautiful thing about like art and culture and comedy. Like it's always gonna change.
Right.
It's always like whatever you think it is now, it's gonna be different in 5 or 10 or 20 years.
Yeah.
So you just have to like do what you do authentically,
Right.
because you just never know what's gonna happen.
And accept that it probably will
Like,
be dated and aged.
Everything you do will be dated, and
Yes.
people go, "This is whack." And this
What
sucks.
are you talking
This
about?
podcast, they're gonna unearth it someday and be like, "What did they do? Just talk about Jewish pedophiles?"
yeah.
People could do that now.
Yeah.
But
They're doing that on The View now. Whoopi Goldberg's like, "These Jewish pedophiles, let me tell you something."
you see that with anyone that's supposed to be like really subversive or like
Mhm.
forward at the time.
Yeah.
You listen to Lenny Bruce, it's like, what are you
What are you
talking about?
saying? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't think God is real, man. Like, not dig, man.
this.
Dig this, man. I remember listening to Lenny Bruce as a young kid who was interested in comedy, being like, "Hey, should I start saying dig like Lenny Bruce?
Yeah, like maybe that's
Dig this.
comedy code.
Dig this, man." Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's so funny because people go, "Oh, Lenny Bruce, he was so important to comedy," and I guess like he was, but he was just a guy who like went up and talked into a microphone. He was
Yeah.
Drew Michael.
Today's Lenny Bruce.
Friend of the show. Anyway, all right, we got to wrap. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When we had a lot of fun times. We did the Elizabeth Warren Chinese bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We learned about our sauces.
Dan, you should talk about that on stage. That so
What's
much
that?
of comedy in the 80s was just wrong information
Yeah, just
said to arenas
spread
full
to
of
arenas.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that tonight.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you
It
have
would be the
anything?
equivalent of like, "I ain't vaccinating my kids." Yeah.
Do you have anything to plug, Dan?
You're just Flatbush.
Why is there no
misdemeanors.
straight pride parade, huh?
Uh,
I like pussy. I'm fucking proud.
a White History Month?
Yeah. Why is it a White History Month? How about white entertainment television?
Yeah, Flatbush Misdemeanors. .com. The show made with Kevin Iso.
Sweet. We should clip this show.
Okay.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being an exclusive part of our community. Matt and I really appreciate the support.
Yeah. If you want to
And-
share this, on your socials,
Yeah.
Get the word out. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Write it into the show. sitdownpod@gmail, Twitter, or just Mike's
Instagram.
Instagram.
DM me on Instagram. I read every message.
All right.
Or DM my mother if you can't get to me. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Mwah.